Hello everyone, my name is Zosia. I'm an employee branding specialist at Wrike Prague. Today I'm here again with Ilya Shubik, Vice President of Engineering at Wrike. In the previous video we talked about Ilya's Wrike story and we briefly talked about our engineering structure and about Wrike itself, but today we're gonna dive deeper into Wrike's culture and what sets us apart as a workplace. So Ilya, why don't you tell us in your own words what Wrike culture is for you?
So I think Wrike culture for me is basically the feeling that everybody cares about the product that we build. Everybody is passionate about the outcomes of what we build and how we construct the new Wrike, if you will. And the passion combined with kind of the knowledge and the notion of supporting each other, that what makes for me a Wrike culture stand out. And basically, I feel very, very good about this kind of atmosphere.
And do you have any personal story or story from your team that illustrates how Wrike culture helps you thrive?
So one story that comes to my mind is when we started the conversations about investing more into our engineering management community and understanding how we grow our leaders further, how do individual contributors can grow into the leadership roles. We basically, there was a big question on how to change the process, introduce best practices, spread the knowledge within the company. It was an, if you will, extracurricular activity on top of everything else that we were doing. The people felt, and we all felt responsible for making it happen. So basically we invested additional time to assemble the community, the mentorship sessions, and everything done on the pure enthusiasm of those leaders and people that were participating in it. So that kind of example of how people feel good about stepping out of their natural boundaries and doing something that is helpful first of all, and for the others, and is exciting for them as well.
What are you think are Wrike's most attractive qualities for job applicants?
I think for me, the most exciting thing is that you actually build Wrike on Wrike, and you see the results of your work, and you interact with everything you do and your colleagues and the customers around the world. Another part are the people. So the sense of camaraderie and support that Wrikers provide to each other is immense and beyond any expectations on various levels, on various problems. Cool to see how people interact with each other, resolving problems, coming up with solutions, having fun. In addition, I would say that we're making the right steps to enable the career growth within the organization. We have quite a few managers that have grown within the organization, took on the broader responsibility and bigger roles, and we strive to have that enabled across all the organization and all the levels.
And what do you think is one personal trait that each and every Wriker or an aspiring Wriker needs to have in order to thrive in our culture?
I would say curiosity, being not afraid to speak up and provide an alternative view or challenge some of the solutions or challenge some of the conversations. And because we all know that through the debates, there are some amazing things that are being born. So I would call these two out.
Mm-hmm. And speaking about that, what does Wrike do to encourage Wrikers to take an active part in decision making?
I think folks are encouraged to speak up on all the levels, whether we are dealing with specific product decisions on the team level, interpersonal communication, and we're enabling people not to shy away from feedback, providing feedback, receiving feedback, and essentially create a safe space for people to speak up and share their opinions, share their honest opinions on the subject.
You already mentioned that we're not only working but also having fun at work. What is your favorite team building activity that you experienced at Wrike?
So I think the one thing that comes to my mind is we had an amazing Wrike camp where we all gotten together, went into the nature and kayaking, and that was probably one of the things that comes to my mind right now. So I think bonding kind of outside of work is part of our culture and part of what we do. So this kind of gets you a different view perspective how you connect and engage with your colleagues and friends outside of the office.
And as we're wrapping up this part, what is your favorite thing about working at Wrike, and why do you think people should choose Wrike over any other job that they could get?
For me, it's the people. All of our colleagues are smart, educated, honest, transparent, and that's what excites me the most. I believe with this team we could take and achieve bigger heights, and continue expanding and building upon our product further, and that pretty much makes me wake up every morning and come to work and interact with and resolve complex problems with all my colleagues and friends.
Thank you so much for spending these few minutes with us. If you want to know more about Ilya's Wrike journey, check out our previous video and stay tuned for the next videos where we'll talk more about the product, about our engineering culture, and so much more. See you next time.